Today we're gonna get to know the real Ashley more. Temptation Island.
Trauma Island. I was losing my mind because I didn't know who to trust.
You didn't think you were gonna continue filming.
I just didn't feel like I could pull myself out of the trenches and like the depression to help you guys make a show. It was heartbreaking to watch that I allowed myself to be in that situation for so long.
What happened in that time after filming that you did forgive Grant essentially and get back together with him?
This is so bad. I'm gonna wrap myself out here.
Oh my God, I didn't know any of that. When it comes to reality TV, I've got dibs on this. Welcome to Dibs on This, the podcast that dives into your favorite reality shows straight from the stars who lived it and the producer who helped film it. I'm your host, Michelle DeBellis. Today's guest I am very excited for. This show is going to be extremely juicy because she participated in one of the hottest and wildest reality TV dating shows in history. You know her as one of the leading ladies of Netflix's summer smash hit, Temptation Island. But before the bonfires and the breakups, she was just a Florida girl with big dreams and an even bigger heart. After living out her rocky relationship in front of millions of people, today we're going to go behind the edits and get to know the real Ashley more. Ashley, welcome to Dibs on This.
Oh my God, what an intro. I was like, I'm not gonna cry, and now I'm already ready to cry.
I literally put tissues here. I knew you were going to cry.
God damn it.
I knew you were going to cry. I was like, this is my girl. I say this with love. She's emo.
I don't know what happened.
She's an emo queen. So am I. Don't worry.
I don't know when I got so emotional.
The first week of filming, I was like,
oh my God.
Okay, we got tears from Ashley.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day, every hour on the clock.
I love you. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
For everybody listening, for everybody watching, Ashley and I know each other from Temptation Island.
Yes.
Massive summer 2025. It's airing right now. It was so big and so popular that it already got announced for a season 2, which is epic.
Yes.
So congrats and thanks to you.
Yes.
And the rest of the cast, all of you guys for crushing it. But yeah, I was your producer on Temptation Island and it was so much fun working with you. Not so much in the beginning.
Not so much in the beginning. I was going through it.
You were
going through it.
It's okay though, but we'll get there in a second. Welcome to the studio. This is my studio. You got to see me on set, obviously, of the show, but what do you think of the space?
I love it. I think you're such an icon. This is amazing. I wouldn't expect anything less. Like, this is exactly you. This is it.
Thank you for saying that.
Yes.
I've always had a little hobby of collecting vintage clothing and just fun costumes and crazy stuff. So I had all this and I said, why not make it the background of my podcast? Because it's so colorful and fun.
If anyone can pull it off, it's you. So
love you.
It.
So let's talk about it. Let's jump in.
Okay.
Temptation Island.
Yeah.
Trauma
Island.
Trauma Island. That's what you called it the entire time we were
seriously,
filming.
Yeah.
Do you still have PTSD from it?
I do. Like, even sitting here talking to you, I'm like, where am I?
You're like, shit, is she going to interview me again?
I know.
Flashback, we're back in Hawaii.
Confessionals, OTH, or what is it? OTF?
Yeah. OTFs.
Yeah.
OTFs is what we call the interviews.
Yes.
Because they're called on the fly. On the fly, OTFs.
Yes.
So how did this all happen? You know, obviously you have a massive following now. People know who you are. Your life's obviously changed a lot. But what got you to do the show in the first place? Did they reach out to you? Did you reach out to them? Like, why Temptation Island?
So a few years ago, I met this pretty big friend group out in LA. They were all from older MTV reality shows. And so me and my best friend got super close with them. And one of them casts for shows. So my best friend had gone through the whole process interviewing for Are You the One like a few years prior. Watched her get to like the final round. She'd been doing it for months. And I was like, I'm not interested in ever doing that because she didn't get on it. So I was like, damn, like that's a whole thing.
Because it was months. It was
yeah,
like
months.
Okay,
and then my friend was casting for Temptation Island. I saw him posting the flyer for like months. And I don't know, Grant and I had just recently broken up and got back together. Shocker. And I saw him post, like, last call. We're in the final rounds of interviews. We're still looking for couples. It's going to be on Netflix. And so I responded to him and I was like, fuck it. Like, submit us.
Yeah.
And he was like, you guys would be perfect. He had just been out in Fort Lauderdale for my birthday and like met Grant for the first time and like watched how we interacted. And he knows our whole story and was like, no, you guys are perfect.
Watched how there was obvious some pre-existing issues in the relationship of Ashley and Grant.
Never. So he submitted us, and literally the next day, someone from LA was calling. I'm sitting there on the couch with Grant, and he's like, don't answer it. I was like, okay. So it went to voicemail, and I keep saying this, but I don't know how I feel about kids. I don't know what I want, but I've always had like a list of like names if I did decide I want to do that. And Naomi was like number one. The girl who left a voicemail, her name was Naomi. So I was like, we're calling her back. It's a sign. Big sign, girl. So we called her back, and it just like rolled so fast after that, because we kind of sat there. We're like, do we even want to do this? Do we want to do the interviews? And then it was like, let's just do it. If we get it, then we'll have the discussion of if we're actually going to commit to it. Yeah. And it happened so fast, there wasn't even time to have the discussion. It was within like a week and a half, 2 weeks, we were leaving for Hawaii. Like,
yeah. I think behind the scenes, because I have nothing to do with casting. For everyone listening, I'm a producer on reality TV shows, but I get hired on the shows once the show is already casted. Yeah. So you guys go through this whole process of dealing with casting producers. That's 0% my responsibility. But you guys got involved and thrown into the mix of potential castmates super last minute.
Super late.
Like some people maybe had an experience like your friend did on that MTV show in the past and went through months and months and months of casting calls and questionnaires and things like that. You guys, they were like, "Oh, we struck gold with these two."
It was actually concerning as we were going through the process how, like, I could just tell they wanted us so bad. I was like, damn, our story's that fucked up. Like, shit.
Well, I mean, I think what made you guys a perfect couple to be on Temptation Island is, as I said before, you had pre-existing issues. And that's really what the concept of the show is based on, is can our relationship stand the test of temptation? We've already had this issue, that issue, whatever it was. And unfortunately, in your guys' situation, Grant already had cheated.
Right.
So it was like, is he going to do it again?
So many people look at the show and they're like, I would never bring my boyfriend on that. Well, then don't. But I did. And there was a reason we were there.
Yeah. And also, it's like you guys fully made that decision. You know what I mean? Of course, people are going to watch it and be like, oh, these people are crazy for doing it. But it's like, okay, well, I did it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I thought that we could make it out on the other end, and we didn't. So what the fuck?
And it was more of like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that, one, like I said, we didn't have that much time to think about it. And it's just like, it's a Netflix reality show. Like, how many people even get the opportunity to be in the situation we were in to be interviewing for it? So I was like, fuck it, we're doing it. Yeah. Like, this is where the universe wants to take us. We're doing it.
Yeah, that's really true. That's like really interesting what you said, though, about the fact that you guys didn't really have that much time to dwell on it. You know what I mean? Because the process was so fast
and
for
I
you.
feel like all the other couples had been interviewing since like February. So it was like months. And I could kind of tell people had like planned out how to navigate the whole situation. And like I said, I have friends from other shows. I have friends from the first season of the show. And so I was like picking people's brains throughout the process. But still, it's like, you don't know what's going to happen until you're in it.
Yeah. Well, I love that you said you had friends from the first season of the show, because fun fact, a lot of people don't realize this. Temptation Island premiered this summer on Netflix, but it did so many other seasons prior. It originally premiered on Fox in 2001, all those years ago. It did 3 seasons on Fox, and then it came back and was revived again on the USA Network. Did 5 seasons there, and then it got picked up by Netflix. So people who love Netflix, and it's, you know, obviously it's the mecca of entertainment right now, just think, oh my God, this was season 1 of Temptation Island. It's like, no, if you love this season on Netflix so much, go back and watch the other ones.
Yeah, my friend was on the revamped version on USA.
Yeah.
And I watched it back as I was interviewing for the process. I'd never seen it before. And I was like, if this wasn't Netflix, I probably wouldn't do it.
Right. So this is a big question that I ask all my little reality stars that come on my podcast. Did you do your research before going on the show? You knew what you were getting yourself into, right? Yes. Because not everybody on your season did.
No, like I said, we came in late in the process. I don't know what people were being told or sold throughout the process of interviewing, but obviously the other couples, some of them were saying that they were told there's going to be like couples counseling and like ways to strengthen their relationship. Even if you would have told me that, I would have been like, you're full of shit. You're putting me on Temptation Island. It is what it is. And we're about to fuck shit up.
Thank you, Ashley. Because it's literally called Temptation Island. Say it with me. Temptation Island. Like, what the heck? Yeah. So a fun little backstory of when we were filming the show. The first week was super intense for the girlies.
It's about time.
Not saying that men aren't emotional. Of course they are as well. But you 4 ladies were going through it that first week.
Oh, I thought we weren't going to have a show at all. Like, we were depressed as hell. All we did was sit around and cry.
Yes, a lot. That's why I put the tissues out for you.
I know.
I don't want you to
I'm
cry.
not going to cry. I'm
But
not
I
going to
thought
cry.
the tissues would be hilarious, you know? The first week was super intense for the main ladies. And I produced you guys. So I was in Temptation Island for everybody who knows the show and for everyone who maybe doesn't know the show. There are two different houses completely. There's the house with the four main ladies. Ashley is one of them. And then all the single guys. And then there's the other house with the four main men and all the single women. I had nothing to do with that house. I was strictly with you, four main ladies and the single guys. You were everything to me. My main concern, my babies. Mm-hmm. But the first week was so emotional for you guys because you realized that your boyfriends were back at the other house doing some crazy shit. And you would look at me in my eyes and be like, I know you know. I know you know. But I want to share this hilarious story with everybody because Ashley was super emo the first week.
Oh my God. All I did was I could not even function. And it's because I was already grieving my relationship. I knew it was over the moment we were separated.
No, I get it. I get it.
And it was like a reality check. I know him. I know exactly what he's going to do. And he did.
Yeah. It was gut-wrenching because you knew. And I thought that's such a great way to put it because you were already grieving your relationship because you were in your gut, you were like, fuck, I know this is it, you know?
Yeah.
So super emo that first week. We would have to go out and film. I'd have to drive in a car with you guys, all this stuff. Ashley took her earrings off.
Oh my God. I had these big ass flower earrings. They were so heavy.
And we had to return back to the house and have you ladies walk back in the house and you have to look exactly the same. Your hair has to be the same. Your outfit has to be the same.
You have to walk in together, everyone.
Yes, your accessories have to be the same. So I was like, Ash, I got to help you put your earrings back on. Why don't you tell everybody listening what you did to me, Ashley?
I don't know what did I say don't touch me? What did I say? I was just sitting there. It was the group date. We all had to go back in the house together. I had no interest in I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not putting these earrings in. I'm not doing it.
And I was like, babe, I'm really sorry. I know you're going through a lot right now, but I need you to look exactly like you did an hour ago. And you were like, just leave me the fuck alone. I don't need your fucking help.
Was it that aggressive?
It was.
Oh, fuck.
But I was like, I literally froze and I went, okay. I just was like, she needs a minute. And you took 3 steps away from me because we were outside of the SUV of the house. And you start putting the earrings in yourself. And I turned around. I'm like, she can't fucking put these earrings in. I'm still going to go back over there and help her. So I go over and I'm like, babe, let me help you with the earrings. And you were like, I'm so sorry. I was like, please don't cry.
At least I recovered right after. Because I don't talk to people like that. Right. It was a very high stress situation.
Of course.
How else was I supposed to react when Logan tries to hold my hand?
Of course. Listen, I understand. I understand. We were coming back from a group date. It was the first time you ever gave attention to another guy in the past year and a half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of emotions. And you have to walk back into the house to then talk to all the single guys about how your date went. And you just know that it's a never-ending process.
I was losing my mind because I didn't know who to trust in the whole process. True. I think it would have been better, which is kind of a side tangent, if us 4 girls had more of a bond before, we got time to bond before we met all the guys. Because I feel didn't know anything about the girls, didn't know anything about production or the team or XYZ. And so it's who do you trust?
Yeah.
And then on that first date, which it doesn't show, but Logan tries to hold my hand and I immediately freaked out. I was like, these producers are going to cut this and show this to Grant and then he's going to cheat on me because Logan held my hand. That was dramatic.
But fair.
But that was my thought process. I was like, fuck you guys. You guys are going to fuck me over.
Very fair.
It really wasn't going to be your fault.
So, but very fair because I'm a producer. So you're looking at me and you're like, you're the one that's going to fucking put this in the bonfire clips because you watched the show and you did your research. And you're like, and this is the demise of everything. Oh my God. Yeah. I could put the fucking earrings on myself.
Yeah. So I was just freaking out internally that I just fucked up.
No, I know. I totally understand. I will say from a producer standpoint, that was the most aggressive anyone's ever yelled at me. I love you. I've told you this already.
I'm so sorry.
I told you this already, but
I know.
you literally within less than 1 minute apologized and felt bad. And you let me put the earrings on you
This
in the
still
end.
lives rent-free in my head. Like, I felt so bad.
Oh, Ashley, stop. I love you. I wouldn't have you sitting here right now if I was
know,
like,
but I still think about it, just so you know.
But listen, I want people to hear these things because these are the things that happen to you when you're on set. Like you're literally spiraling.
Your emotions are so heightened.
Yes, exactly. You don't have your phone. You're not in reality. You're
No.
feeling all these feels. And I think one of the most important things that you said is you don't know who to trust. You
Right.
know what I mean? You just got thrown onto
Well, and you're
a TV set.
never
You're like,
alone. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have time. I'm very, like, I'm introverted and extroverted, but like, I need my alone time to recharge. And there's no alone time when you're filming something like this.
fun fact.
Yeah.
That's
Zero.
a very good tip.
Zero. Until
Very
you're
good
like,
tip for any people out there that want to be on a reality TV show. It is non-stop until the day we wrap.
yeah.
The first week of filming was obviously very emotional. And I know we spoke about that. Like we had our little thing, whatever, we moved on. I love you. It's all good. But there was like many days that you didn't think you were going to continue filming.
I mean, I just didn't feel like I could pull myself out of the trenches and like the depression to help you guys make a show.
Right.
And so I was like, what is my purpose here? I'm miserable. And I wanted to so bad. Like I knew how it was going to play out. I knew I was going to get there, but I was like, why can't I just turn this switch to be able to just like immerse myself in this experience and have a good time? Because I just was depressed and I could not get my mind out of that at first.
At first, yeah, it's really hard. You had a lot of like pondering on your patio, looking out at the ocean. Lots of B-roll of Ashley just crying in her little hammock, just staring at the ocean. I'd pop up and be like,
God.
baby, okay? And you'd be like, yeah. Like super, super slow head
It's
turn.
so funny to think of all the times that like everyone's just watching me and I'm just doing nothing but staring at the wall in my depression hole.
So what got you out of that funk after that first week? Like what was it that finally made you be like,
I mean, it was seeing Grant cheat. Like I was just waiting for it. I knew it was going to happen and I was like, I don't know why in my brain I couldn't come to the conclusion by myself that like the relationship was over regardless of what he was going to do, but I needed to see that.
Yeah.
And I knew it was coming, so I was just kind of waiting.
you were like, boom.
It came and
Here
I was
we
like,
go.
okay, you answered my questions. That was what we came here for. So I'm going to walk back into the house single. And I like planned that conversation. There's an hour drive from where the bonfires are back to the house.
Yes.
And I like planned this like announcement when I would get into the house to tell everyone I was single.
That was the moment for me. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, like watching you, like being behind the camera, like seeing you live this all out. And everyone got to see that because it got into the show,
Yeah.
which was amazing. You walk into the house and you're like, she's single.
And
I'm
literally no one, it was so awkward. I thought it was going to be like such an iconic moment. Everyone just like stared.
well, the
and was
boys,
like-
the single boys are like in shock. They're like,
Yeah.
how the fuck do we react to
Yeah.
this? Like, is she joking? Is she serious? Why is she saying she's single? How is she single? Like, they were just
Yeah.
like, how do I react?
Right.
But it was true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that moment. I feel like it was that moment, you know what I mean? Because reality sunk in the sense of like, he did it. Like, what the fuck am I going to do now, right? Sit here and cry?
I mean, yeah, if he's going to do it in front of cameras, like what was like, it just was very
Stopping him in
obvious.
the real
like,
world
this
without
is
cameras.
who you are as a person. And I just was very manipulated conversationally to think otherwise.
Yeah. So for everyone listening, there's a whole year before the show comes out. So last summer, we filmed your season of Temptation Island, and it didn't air until this March, a couple of months ago. In that time duration, you did get back together with Grant. But I know you've probably spoken about this on other podcasts, but like real talk, because like we're homies, like we've stayed friends. This shit happens. Like for me as a human, like this is understandable. Like when you love someone and you can forgive someone. Like I believe in that. But obviously everyone watches the show and everyone's like, what the fuck? How could she have done that?
Right.
What happened in that time after filming that you did forgive Grant essentially and get back together with him?
I wouldn't even say that I forgave him. And
Okay.
like that's what's the whole thing's so complicated. There's so many like pieces to it. There's so much shit that actually like went down.
Yeah.
But the point of it is like the summary of it is he was with Natalie for a couple months and then we ran into each other at a bar right by my house. So is that running into each other? I don't know.
Was he stalking you?
I don't know.
Do you guys still have each other's locations?
No.
Okay,
no.
good.
We were
Good, good,
blocked. I hadn't spoken to once I realized he was dating Natalie, I didn't reach out to him ever again. And then we ran into each other a few months later. And I was drinking out at the bar with my friends. And we talked for like an hour or two at the bar. And he kept just saying, like, I can only think about you when I'm with Natalie. Like, I'm doing all these great things for her. And like, why couldn't I do that for you? And I just kept being like, well, what about Natalie? What about Natalie? Anyways, drinking all day. We kiss. He goes home, breaks up with Natalie. Then right after that, I was like, I don't want to be with you. Like, I can't do this. I'm not going to get over this. I don't know why we did that. Like, it is what it is. Like, we got to just move on with our lives. And he just kept actively pursuing me, which again, like, I'm like fully okay with admitting my faults here. Like, I shouldn't have let him back in. But there was times like he would come over, all my friends were going out together, and I'd be so embarrassed that he was even there. Like, I'm sitting on my bathroom floor crying. My friends are like walking in being like, are you okay? I'm like, no, like, why am I allowing him to be here? Like, no one wants him here. I don't want him here. I'm like trying to cut things off. And it's just like, he keeps convincing me like he's going to be this great man for me.
Yeah.
And so that went on for like a couple months, maybe a month or two.
That's because like you knew in your gut. Like,
I knew I did
you
not
didn't
want to be
forgive
with him.
Yeah,
and I knew I wasn't going to forgive him. I do not think that I was in love with him, especially at that point. I just loved him and I like felt bad. Yeah. And he was doing everything he possibly could to redeem himself and say like, this show wasn't real. I was manipulated, XYZ. He very much made me feel like when the show aired, would be on even playing fields. That like the way I spoke about him was equivalent to him cheating on me. And I let him convince me of that. Like, I thought I was going to watch the show and look like a raging bitch. And
why?
Because he made it seem like I was so horrible to him.
Because he was manipulating the narrative in your head and making you believe something that.
And like looking at it, I can see it. And that's why the show was so great, was because we had no phones to contact each other. That's why I was like, okay, it's over with, we're done.
Yeah.
But because
in reality,
when you have contact, so no contact is the fucking key. Let me tell you that.
It sure is.
But it was just him pursuing me for months. And then he went to all my best friends in Florida. He went and flew home to my family. He tried reaching out to my sister and to my friends back home, and just kind of like made his rounds of apology and saying that like I'm the best thing that's ever happened to him and he wants to marry me. He had a ring. He tattooed my initials on his leg. It was like the whole...
Oh my God, I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
Grant's like a big like showman, like especially even when the first time he fucked up when he cheated on you. He flew to where? Italy or something to see
Greece,
you?
Yeah.
He flew to Greece to see you. And like that was his story coming on to Temptation Island. Like, I flew across the world for you, Ashley. So now he's like, I flew all over to say sorry to everybody. I didn't know he got a ring and the tattoo and everything.
It's a big ring.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it doesn't matter how big your fucking ring is.
No,
if you don't love the man, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And he kept trying to like set up situations where he wanted to propose. I'm like, do not propose to me. Like, I'm not ready. I was like, we should not even be like speaking before the show airs.
So during that time, he's got the ring, he's got the tattoo, he's saying hi to everybody. What was it that finally was like the straw that broke the camel's back, that you were like, no, Grant, it's over? Like, what was that?
I was just depressed. Like the whole time I was with him, like even my best friend Jenna, that Grant was living with us, she was just like, you're not okay. Like, you're not yourself. I was like crying every day for no reason. Like, he was doing everything perfectly and I was just miserable. But it's because I knew subconsciously, like, I was just waiting for shit.
Yeah.
Well, all the shit from the back, like from the past, I was never going to get over. And then I just knew there's no way this man's not capable of being
a good guy.
A good guy for a long period of time. And so there was like small things like doing shit while he lived with me that he just shouldn't be going out doing by himself. And I was like, you're giving red flags.
Yeah.
And like he told me he deleted all of his like he went out of his way to be like, I reset my phone, I deleted all my contacts, so I like have no communication with other people. He deleted his Instagram, and like again, like I don't want to go through your phone. That's probably why I got cheated on so much, is because I'm not gonna go through your phone.
Yeah.
But that's just not who I am.
I'm the same way. I've never done that ever.
And then so he like went out of his way to say all these things and do all these things. And then slowly I realized like he did have all of his contacts. He did have his Instagram back. And I'm like, you're just like, he did it for a little bit. And so it was like small things where I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
and that was it.
I just broke down one day. I was like bawling my eyes out in my bed and I was like, I can't do it. And like, this is so bad. I'm going to wrap myself out here. He was living with us and Logan had a layover in Fort Lauderdale. He was like stayed with Gio. So me, Gio, Logan, on all of my girlfriends went and met up for a dinner.
Yeah.
And just like seeing Logan, I was like, what
It's
not like I was like, oh my God, I'm in love with Logan. But seeing him, I was like, clearly like something's not right if I can like have these feelings towards someone and Grant's at home.
Right. No, absolutely.
So I broke up with him the next day.
Good. No, that's not, you're not airing, you're being so honest.
Yeah.
Like you're being so fucking honest. That's what people need to hear, and like good on you for doing that.
I still don't think he knows about that, but
well,
okay.
Now he does.
Yeah.
Sorry, Grant, but it is what it is. Like, and also it's like, come on, he was going home every night and seeing your behavior as well. Right. No matter how much he wanted things to work out, he knew you weren't okay.
And so like obviously we always go back and forth, but it was him being like, I changed for you, like blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then I find out he's been like fucking other people the whole time. He's like blowing me up saying, how could you post with Danny and Logan and blah, blah, blah. And like, I don't know. He's a shit show.
Damn. Well, listen, you live and you fucking learn. Also, he did it, like, again, I'm going to say it again. He did a good job at pretending, right? Saying sorry to everybody, buying a ring, getting a tattoo. Yeah. And it's kind of like this psychological thing that Grant is definitely going through, that like that he's not only doing that to try to get you back, he's doing that to make himself feel better. Yeah.
He genuinely has himself convinced that he's a good guy. And even after seeing the world turn against him and whoever's seen the show, like he still doesn't understand.
We call this one simple word in dating world.
Yeah.
Delulu.
Delulu. So it like makes me sad to know like that's how he lives.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't take any more.
Of course it makes you sad because this person was in your life for so long. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you wanted to believe the things that he was saying were true, and they just weren't.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of you for moving on.
Yes.
I really am.
We are so moved on.
And I'm really happy that like you put yourself out there to do the show, and you were like, fuck it, like let's give it one last hurrah, you know what I mean? But then I think the biggest thing about Temptation Island is, even though that was a huge test for you guys, because you physically weren't together that whole time, to me is understandable why you got back with him after filming, because you didn't see him through that whole fucking time. So then it's like, let's finally get our face-to-face time and hash it out. But then finally you got to the point where you were like, no.
It's still so confusing to me, because I wanted to come out and be like, look, Grant changed and I just still couldn't forgive him.
Right.
But then he just embarrassed me some more, and like, I don't even understand why I did it, because I was not happy. I was just not happy
because you wanted to believe the bullshit he was feeding you.
Yeah,
honestly.
But it's like I knew, like I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, like, look at where we are now.
Yeah, we made it out.
We made it out alive. We have moved forward. You realize he is not your person. You do not speak to him anymore. No. And that is key for everybody listening and watching. If you ever break up with anyone, zero communication is how you move on. Zero communication.
Yes.
Not just no texting, also no social media interaction, nothing. So moving forward now, right? She's moving on. Grant's in the past. You live and you fucking learn. Now we have a little situation in today's world with Danny and Logan. I know this joke was going on the show about you having two boyfriends, but do you like legitimately still have two boyfriends?
I mean, I wouldn't label it as boyfriends. Like I do love my two boyfriends, but we're all single. We just have fun when we're all together, and I love them. They love me. It's a respect thing. I don't know. That's
so like, do you have fun like threesomes? Do you have like threesome kind of fun?
I'm not answering that.
Okay, Ashley, you better get it. Danny and Logan.
Stop.
Listen, you don't have to label them boyfriends, but it was funny that you said that on the show, so yes, I say it now. Yeah. You're all single, you're all having fun, and I support your polyamorous life.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how I got here, but I'm not mad about it.
Well, I think it's so fun. You're all young. You're all like whatever, living your best lives, doing whatever.
Yeah.
Do you talk to one more than the other? Do you talk to Danny more than Logan, Logan more than Danny?
Not really. I feel like they're both so busy. When I do call them, it's calling both of them. Like it's always the group chat, the Paris group chat.
Wait, you guys went to Paris together? The three of you?
That one's going over your head.
I don't get. Oh, like I will tell.
Yeah. No.
I'm so stupid. That's hilarious. Yeah. But seriously, you guys like all talk on the phone all the time, the three of you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, fuck yeah. Look at you. Yeah. You're a badass. Yeah. And also, they're so cool for being down. They're like, whatever.
I feel like this is like my compensation for dating Grant.
Yeah. And for going through all the highs and all the lows and taking them back.
I deserve this.
It's like, you don't deserve one good guy. Why not two?
Exactly.
And none of you all live in different states, right?
Danny and Logan live together now. Yeah.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yes. So they live together in Iowa, my little Midwest boys. So
Little Midwest boys.
I'll have to make an appearance there soon.
Your sweet baby angels.
My sweet baby angels.
You need to like roll down the street in like a queen's drape and be like with the two of them by your side, like one of them holding a coffee for you, the other one holding your bag for you.
I just love how they also play into it. Like they're okay with it. Yeah. They're like, whatever, it is what it is, because they love me too. So I'm like, thank God.
It's a dream.
It is.
This
It
is
truly
a fucking
is.
dream.
And like, just so you girls know, no one else can have this dynamic. So only for us.
Honestly, I was just going to say that out of any dating show I've ever worked on, this is my favorite result for anyone. Like even like Alexa and Lena, I love them. They got engaged. Like hell yeah. But like this is so much more fun.
And it's like everything that happened after, and like how did we end up here regardless?
Yeah.
But it's all meant to be.
Okay, shout out to Danny and Logan. Let's go, Paris boys. I think one of my favorite little like tidbits, fun facts, secrets of this past season of Temptation Island was the fact that the two houses were an hour apart from one another.
Whoever did that was actual bullshit. That pissed me off more than anything because we had to drive to the boys' house. So not only does it take us longer to get ready, and then we have to drive an hour.
Yeah.
The stupid fucking boys in the boys' villa don't have to like spend time getting ready and then just are right there.
I know. It was a physical thing. So the set wise where the bonfire was physically on the same plot of land where the guy's villa was.
Thank you for the back.
And that's why we had to do that. If we had the space at your house, we could have done it at your house, but we couldn't because it just didn't exist. You guys were like right on a beach.
Right.
And they had that whole big extra backyard that the bonfires were in. But just so everybody knows, the main boys at their home never saw the bonfire area. Like that was completely another section of the backyard. It wasn't like they could see it from their villa at all. It just happened to be right over a massive fence.
Yes.
But you ladies had to drive an hour and myself had to drive in the car with you ladies.
That was just a shit show. Like,
truly having
all
panic
the dates
attacks.
were all over the place too. Like everything was super far away.
Yeah. That always happens. The dates are always far away. But the drive to the bonfires.
Oh my God, the anxiety. It's like I could have been totally fine. By the third bonfire, I was like, do I even have to come?
You're like, can I stay back for this one?
I'm so good.
I would feel it. I mean, the tension in that car, I've never.
Oh my God,
a car is a car. It's such a small space.
You guys would be like pulling teeth, be like, all right, can someone talk? Can someone say something? And we're like,
the car, like in a car normally is just a small space.
Yeah.
And then imagine a car with the four main girls on Temptation Island about to watch videos of their boyfriends all potentially cheating on them. And I'm in the front seat like,
yeah.
God, that was intense. And not only driving to, but driving home.
Oh, driving home.
It was the second bonfire that you saw he actually physically cheated on you.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember like how you actually felt in that moment?
I felt relieved. And I was like, I finally had clarity.
It's over.
It's over. I felt like I could breathe. Like that was literally the first time on the show during filming I didn't feel like I was in constant agony.
I love that though. Yeah. Like I love that was like your moment.
Yeah.
Like that's why I came.
Yeah.
That's why we came.
Yeah.
Got my answer.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about good things, the good relationships. We talked about your two boyfriends. LOL, I know they're not your boyfriends. But when it comes to the girls, you got really tight with the girls, right?
I feel like we did get close on the show just because of like the nature of what it was. But it was still a really interesting dynamic because there was so much going on. Mm-hmm. And like you're so focused on your own story, your own journey. Like I really didn't know what was going on with other people half the time because we can't even have conversations without being mic'd up. Because like you can't really say what you really want to say. Sometimes leaving the show, we all stayed in contact pretty closely for a while. And then it kind of faded in and out just when things would be going on or topics would get brought up. And I think just like the dynamic of how all of our stories played out and how the general public feels about us has kind of created a divide regardless.
You mean because how the public has reacted to like the finale?
Yeah.
Like how Shantae ended up with Breon.
Yes. Yeah.
Alexa ended
and I
up
think
engaged.
It's like really, I think Alexa's in her own bubble. Alexa and Lena are in their own bubble, which is understandable.
Yeah.
And then Shantae was just getting like the shit end of the stick of everyone being like pissed off about it.
Yeah.
So it's been hard and we were all trying to be there for each other, but we were just not really sure how to navigate it.
Yeah. So looking back on your whole experience, what was from like some of your favorite memories from filming? And maybe some things that we didn't see, on the actual show.
Okay, one of my favorite memories that we pushed so hard for was the slip and slide.
The
They
slip
didn't even
and
air
slide.
it. We spent a week just like bitching to production.
I know.
How do we get a slip and slide? Can we do something fun? Like, we want this so bad. They like jammed it in between like an elimination and a bonfire.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So we had an hour to do a slip and slide.
It
and
was so much fun though.
It was like actually the probably most genuine fun we had on the show. And
we like filmed the shit out of that
fuck
too.
this, we're not putting it in there. Don't care.
But I think like when I look at it from like the standpoint, right?
Like what would it have done?
That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the show is like highlighting all four of your relationships.
It could have made it like just like a 2-second clip
snippet
that
of
the
it.
girls actually had a little fun.
We should ask Netflix to release like a deleted scene.
Yeah.
Because it was beautiful.
How do I
we had like slow-mo wet body
Danny kissed me while like in front of everyone while we were doing the slip and slide.
Was that the first time he had kissed you in front of everyone?
I think so.
I think it was.
We didn't really kiss in front of people, I feel like.
No, you guys kept it kind of like cutesy.
Yeah.
You kissed in the tent.
We did.
For the first time.
We did.
The Temptation, what was it called?
Temptation Haven.
The Temptation Haven.
Yeah. Another thing that got cut, which it makes sense that it got cut. When I was in my process of choosing between Danny and Logan, Logan was like, all right, I need to like step up. Like, I'll bring you coffee in the morning. He comes in my room one morning, no coffee, just like lays in my bed and is like talking to me. I'm like, where the fuck is my coffee? Like, what do you need to step up?
I only told you could come in here if you bring the coffee.
Like, how is this pursuing me? So,
yeah, he did. I actually remember that too because he went in there to Snuggie and it was like a moment because he'd never been in your bed before.
Yeah.
So it was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Only Danny had been.
I think at that point, Danny hadn't been in my bed.
No, right. He hadn't at that point.
No one had been in my bed. So Logan was the first in my bed.
Ooh, T, you're right. He technically was.
Crazy that they've both been in bed.
Well,
foreshadowing.
Still the case. Very good foreshadowing. Yeah, and obviously I think something for me personally that I thought was so much fun was like the boys were so much fun. You guys had pool parties, cannonball like competitions, and then the boys called themselves H Block, which was hilarious.
H Block. Yes.
The H Block boys, we love them. All these fun little tidbits that didn't make air, but for sure the slip and slide.
Oh, for sure my confessional where I was with Danny and Logan. They're like, "Will you guys kiss her on both cheeks?" And Danny was like, "No." Like, Logan, you can't do that. Because like at this point, like Danny and I were kind of like locked in.
Yeah, and you like had a lot
and
of
Danny
dates.
was like, "No, I'm not sharing her."
Oh,
kind of.
Yeah, but now he is. So love it. Let's talk about just the aftermath of Temptation Island. How has it helped your career and just like your social media presence? And are things just totally different now for you?
I don't want to say it's like totally different. I feel like I'm still like stepping into it, trying to figure out how I can like further myself in this situation.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Like, I don't know what I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a whole new world. I went from 2,000 followers to a lot more than that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, does anyone care yet? Like, I don't know. Like, it's like, because like my background in accounting, like these numbers, like I don't read into it as like, oh my God, there's 200,000 people who are fans of me and like, want to know what I'm doing.
It's like crazy to navigate.
It's
right?
like, it's not registering in my brain.
Well, that's what I love about you, Ashley. You're very modest. You know what I mean? You don't have like a big head. You're not cocky. You're not like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So I'm just trying to navigate it. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I seriously don't think it's registered still. I don't know when it will.
Are you getting like free clothes sent to you and like all that shit?
Yeah, free makeup, free clothes, some bikinis. Send those my way. Big bikini girl.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So that's like obviously a main one that you're getting like goodies sent and stuff.
But I definitely am trying to lean into it because I spent like all of my early 20s in accounting, like tax accounting.
Yeah.
And I can always go back to that. I worked very hard for that career. I just like don't want to. So guys, I'm like begging you, let this work out for me.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you. Has anything happened, like any unexpected opportunities come up recently since the success of the show?
Nothing like super crazy, but something I wasn't like looking for and kind of just came into my lap is I'm supposed to be walking in Miami Swim Week.
Oh,
so we'll see.
That's
like
awesome.
like huge. I feel like that's something I've like probably wanted in the back of my brain, but never said out loud and like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fucking sick. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
That's so fun.
It's like a full circle moment too, because 2 years ago, I had a friend text me and my best friend living in Fort Lauderdale. She's like, hey, I have 2 extra tickets. I'm walking in Miami Swim Week. It was Morgan from Temptation Island season 1.
Oh, cool.
And so like we weren't really close at the time. We're not like super close, but it's just like such a weird moment to be like, my first Miami Swim Week and only one I had ever gone to was for someone that was on the show.
Yeah.
And we have a very like disconnected, like not close. It was
Right.
very random.
After filming and being on Temptation Island, what do you think the main thing you learned about yourself? Like what's like the biggest thing that you've come out on the other end and been like, whoa?
I think just that I need to really, really trust my intuition. I think I knew the situation I was in before I even watched it play out. And I just had to trust my gut.
And that's why it was so hard that first week.
Yeah.
Because you fucking knew.
I knew.
And then that's why it was so hard again after we filmed the show. And
Yeah.
you guys were still seeing one another because
Yeah.
you knew in your gut. I'm really happy to hear that because so many people watch these shows and want these experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, I want to be on reality TV. I want to be on reality TV. You could actually learn huge life lessons from
Yeah.
it. You also can go on a reality show and do nothing and
Do
just
nothing.
do it
Yeah.
because you want
I mean,
fans or whatever.
I think I had the very traumatic end of it, and I'm grateful for the experience because the amount of outreach I've gotten from people saying they can relate and that they've had shitty exes and they've had these situations is insane. Because I've been saying this a million times. I really didn't date anyone in my early 20s, no one seriously. So I really don't have a lot of toxic relationship examples. So being in my late 20s now, I'm like, I had no idea this many people were experiencing this.
Yeah.
So it's like heartbreaking and sad, but also validating.
I think that's what's so relatable about dating shows. I think that's why so many people watch dating shows because people have gone through those same experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, not on a show, not on an island, not living in a house, no cell phones, blah, 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 blah. But people will be like, oh, I had a boyfriend that cheated on me, or oh, I had a girlfriend that cheated on me, or whatever the issues are that they're seeing on TV, they can relate to.
Yeah.
And that's why I think they're so popular. But I commend you because so many people have probably seen what you've gone through and they're like, thank you. You know what I mean? Because I've gone through it too. And like, you showed me that like I can be better in the end, you know? I could come out of this.
There's a silver lining.
There's a silver lining. I can come out of this with 2 boyfriends.
Exactly.
I'm just fucking with you. It's just fun to say all the time.
No, I love it.
But how do you handle the public's perception of you after being on reality TV? How has that been for you?
So initially when the show came out and like my friends and family and everyone back home were watching it, everyone was texting me and they're like, I am so glad they portrayed you the way they did because that's who you are. Like I thought I was going to watch it and be like appalled or.
But why?
I don't know. They
why
just
did
didn't
you think
like
that you were going to, you
I'm not saying, well, I did say it too because I was manipulated into thinking I was going to look like a bitch. Because there were moments where I was talking shit about Grant.
Yeah.
But the gist of it was like I admitted to talking shit and
yeah.
that was there. I don't know. I just was convinced that it was just as bad as the way his cheating played out. And so I had no idea how I would be portrayed or perceived from people. And everyone from back home were just like hyping me up and being like, I'm so glad like this was your edit and this is exactly who you are and we're so proud of you and blah, blah, blah. And so it was just so good to feel and like see. And it was like heartbreaking for me to watch myself back and like be in that miserable state and just see like the light that Danny brought out in me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just so sad watching it. Like, it's so cute and like heartwarming at the end, but it was heartbreaking to watch that I allowed myself to be in that situation for so long.
You look like you're getting a little emotional right
I
now.
am.
Little
I know.
glassy eyes.
I know. I am. Don't do this to me.
Well, I think it's because you really saw a different side of yourself. And what an experience to like visually be watching yourself
it's
on
crazy
TV.
Because I had convinced myself basically my whole life that I was just this like hard person and I was a bitch. And like watching it, like that's it. It was exactly who I am. And so I'm like, wait, I'm actually a good person. Like I'm actually a decent human being. I didn't know this. Like, I don't know.
Yes. Are you so proud of yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh, don't make me cry. Ew. I'm so sick of crying.
I love you. I don't mean to make you cry, but I'm really proud of you too.
Me too.
And you joke around all the time constantly being like, I thought I was going to be a bitch in the edit. I thought I was going to be a bitch in the edit. And I'm like, what? Why? You were only a bitch to me with the earrings, girl. You were
Had to
never a
figure
bitch ever again.
I know, but I don't know.
It
I
was
was
because
just
you were being convinced of, like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Grant was manipulating your brain to think that it was going to be that way.
And like, I don't want to play a victim like that, but it's just
facts. It just is what it is, you know, and you believed it, you know. But I'm so proud of you, honestly, and I love that you're proud of yourself and you could see yourself in a different light. You made a really good comment about worrying in that year before the show aired how you were going to be edited. And that, I think, is something people really are interested in listening to, because you remember every aspect of filming, right? Like, I mean, of course, you know, time has passed and let bygones be bygones.
some things out.
Some of the things you want to black out and no longer have PTSD from. But you remember the conversations and the things that were said, and it's not always aired, you know?
Right.
When you were watching it back, were you having like moments of like, I said this, I said that? Like how crazy was that for you?
Like, yes and no. I feel like now, after I've watched, it's been like, what, a month or two since I've watched it. As I was watching it, I'm like, oh, damn, they didn't do this. They didn't air this. Like, I said this in this situation. So I remember it, but like, I don't remember it now.
Right.
Like, it is what it is. And like,
how much like watching it back do you feel like wasn't shown? Like half of the stuff?
Oh my God, it was 10 hours and we filmed for a month. For 24 hours a day. Like,
isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. But I do feel like the whole journey was summarized pretty well for everyone. Like that's what you have to do. Like,
it has to be truthful.
You can't fake the truth there.
Right.
So,
it's real.
Yeah.
Tell everybody who's listening how real reality TV is, because so many people think it's fake, especially this season of Temptation Island.
I'm shocked how many people think reality TV is fake. Like, it was so real. It just was what it was.
Thank you, Ashley.
You could push different angles and like try to get people to do certain things, but like no one's going to do what they don't want to do. No one's going to say what they don't want to say.
Right.
So like
it just is what it is.
It is what it is.
I've had so many people specifically say that Grant guy can't be real. That Grant guy can't be real. And I'm like, but he is.
I was in my brain for some reason thought people would think our relationship wasn't real. But now looking back, obviously there's so much emotion. Like no one would have seen it that way.
Right.
But like I know how people judge reality TV. So I was like, are people going to think that?
Well, people think that he's an actor and he's not an actor. Tell everyone, Ashley.
He's not an actor. He's not an actor.
Sadly.
This is who he is.
This is who he is. No, but it's crazy because so many people have these different perceptions when watching the show. And that's the number one question I got as a producer working on this past season, because it blew up and it was so big.
People genuinely think he's an actor?
That can't be real. He's an actor. I'm like, there's no actors on set. Like, these are real people that get casted on the show.
That might be a good thing for him to run with, though.
Yo, Grant, if you're watching.
Maybe try that angle.
So there is a reality TV stigma that people are afraid to go on shows because they're afraid that they're going to be edited in an untruthful way. How do you feel about that for going through it yourself?
I mean, going into it, I would have thought the same thing. But once you're in it, like you realize the only thing that can be edited is what you give them. Like how you act, who you are, that can't be like misconstrued.
Yeah.
So it is who you are. So if you're like upset with your edit or your cut or how things are portrayed, like maybe you need to take a look and realize like that's really who you are.
That's who you are, yeah.
And I think me going into it, I thought I was this terrible person because I was convinced I was this terrible person. And looking at it, I'm like, wait, this is really like me.
Yes.
Like I'm decent. And if you're not decent, that's going to show.
Exactly. And because people always think that, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I'm afraid to go on it because maybe they might make me like not look like myself. But it's like, how?
Right. But if you're, I mean, that's just more like internally, like whether you're a good person or not and how you move.
Yeah. Would you ever go on another show?
I would go on another show.
Would you go on like more dating shows or like what's the vibe?
I would do whatever. I'm like always down for the experience. Obviously, dating show would be like clear, easy answer. I think a strategy show would be fun.
Like the challenge or something that's super physical.
Yeah, or like the mole.
Oh yeah, or the traders.
Yes, I love traders.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you'd be hilarious on that.
Yeah.
You want to know why?
Why?
My favorite thing about you is you say such insightful things, and they could be like really intense, but like you're kind of monotone sometimes.
I was,
and you know, really, I mean, no shame.
I know. Insightful is an interesting way to say it. I feel like I have a lot of really monotone, like one-liners, like sarcastic comments, and I was really hoping that would be more in the show.
Played. No, but you say insightful things, but it could be played off super chill. You say sarcastic things, but it could be played off as super chill. So you'd be great for the traitors because you could just like fuck with everyone with your delivery, you know?
Someone put me on.
I know, I love it. So I just want to talk about a little bit of your upbringing, like backstory. You're from Chicago originally, right? Mm-hmm. When did you move to Florida?
Like almost 3 years ago.
And why did you move to Florida?
Because who the fuck wants to live in the cold?
It's brick in Chicago.
It's so cold. So,
brick.
Yeah, me and my best friend took a trip to Cabo where we met all of our LA friends that spiraled my whole life into what it is now. Mm-hmm. Came home to a snowstorm and we were like, we were both working remote and we were like, what the fuck are we doing? I literally just bought a house. I bought a house and 3 months later we decided we're moving to Florida.
Congrats.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
Also, I want to talk about professionally, what was your career before you did Temptation Island?
Yeah, I was a corporate tax accountant. My title was senior tax analyst for a Fortune 500 company based out of Chicago. So I worked remote down in Florida, and it was a pretty good job. That was a good gig. That was like the highlight of my career. But previous to that, I was in public accounting, which absolutely ruined my life. Hate it. Bad time. I lived in downtown Chicago, and then that was all during COVID, so that changed everything. But public accounting fucking sucks. And
I love you.
Yeah, while I was doing that, I was studying for the CPA the whole time, so that took a solid 2 years. So yeah, my early 20s was completely consumed by my career.
She's not only a babe, she is super smart, a freaking property owner, and a goddamn queen. Wow, that's badass. CPA, like all that stuff, like everything you just said to me is like, like I talk to people for a living. Like this is my job.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's badass though, Ashley. Good for you. I want people to know that you have this whole other side.
Yeah,
to you.
I don't know what people expect me to be like or like what my career was before. I was hanging out with Eamon over the weekend and he had no idea I was an accountant.
You're like, yeah, I'm like my CPA, like everything.
So I always just like to say it. I like to drop it in conversation because people definitely don't expect it from me.
That's awesome. I love that. Well, good for you. And then you also went to Bali and you got certified in yoga training, right?
Yes, I did.
That's dope.
So I can teach yoga. I haven't done anything with it yet, but we're working on it. We'll do something.
See, you have all these different layers to you. Yes. I just want people to know.
Yeah.
There's so much more beyond that man that we shall not say his name anymore.
Voldemort.
Voldemort. Scariest villain of all time. Yeah. Great. So what's next? What's next for my girl Ash?
I don't know. I'm just like living right now. Like I said, my early 20s, everything was consumed by my career. Right now, I'm just trying to enjoy it. So I'm kind of just trying to ride out this journey, live a little slower right now. I'm sure things will come up and I'll start spiraling into other things and get more ambitious and have bigger goals. But right now, I'm just
enjoying
vibing.
Riding the wave. Loving all the free bikinis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love it. So I do this fun thing at the end of the podcast where we play a little game of this or that. But before we play that, I want you to pick your favorite piece off the clothing racks, what's calling you, and I'll choose one to match your vibe, and then we'll play the game together in our crazy little outfits.
Okay, perfect.
What are you feeling?
Oh my God.
Literally a vibe. We look like the Spice Girls.
I feel like you put these on the end of the rack for me to pick purposely.
Good.
Like,
I
feel
love
like
that.
This is us.
Okay, Ashley, let's talk about what clothing you chose for yourself and also me. We match.
These were sitting right next to each other. I feel like we had to. I'm a hot pink Barbie and you're a hot highlighter Barbie.
I love it. Yes, I'm like a highlighter yellow Barbie and it has like silver studs on it and they're little crop top long sleeve hoodie things.
I'm just like obsessed with you. I can't believe this is your wardrobe and like you actually pull all these things off. Like I could not imagine this being my wardrobe. I'd be like,
I love you.
Can't do it.
I've worn these to Pride.
And you do it well.
I've worn them to Prides, LA Prides.
I love them.
They're so fun.
I love how you're like, I'm not getting it in one color, I'm getting it in two.
Hell yeah. Well, like I see these on the rack at a store.
I mean,
and they're like
I buy everything
$10 and I'm like, I'm gonna buy both of them. They're so much fun. Like, why not? I'll use it for something.
Yes.
Now I have it for this.
It's perfect.
Okay, you are totally slaying, Miss Barbie.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. So let's play a little game of this or that, okay? Let me know which thing you got dibs on, all right?
Okay.
Okay, Ash. So thrift finds or designer pieces?
Designer.
Get it, girl. Respect. I love it. You know what? One day when I have a lot of money, I'm going to have
no one's saying I could do it yet, but.
Your wardrobe, are you like a minimalist wardrobe or a maximus? Like flare?
No, minimalist.
Minimal, like chill. Like you're more chill
solids, neutrals, like.
Yeah, you're
boring.
No, but I like you do like monochromatic a lot.
Yeah.
I like that. Flats or heels?
Heels.
Home cooked meals or dining out?
Dining out.
First date, do you like casual coffee or fancy dinner?
I'm like either on that.
Either?
Yeah.
Does it depend on like the guy or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Logan, coffee, Danny, dinner.
Maybe flip those.
So Danny, coffee date, Logan going out fancy date.
I don't know. Both. Both for both.
I want to go on a coffee date with both guys and a nice dinner date with both guys.
Period. Yeah.
For romantic gestures, are you down for physical romantic gestures or meaningful conversations?
Physical.
I love it. Slow burn romance or love at first sight?
Well, you guys see where love at first sight got me, so we'll go slow burn.
Okay, look at that. Love at first sight did not work out in the end for you.
Super didn't.
You've learned your lesson.
I have.
Now you want the slow burns.
I think me and Logan are a slow burn.
Ooh, the tea. I love it. Good kiss or a deep conversation?
Good kiss.
Good kiss. Friends first or sparks first? It's interesting because on a dating show, it's kind of sparks, right?
Yeah, sparks first.
Sparks.
I've got enough guy friends. We're good on that.
Right. Public display of affection or keeping it private?
PDA, baby.
PDA, baby. Is she into a love triangle or more of a power couple?
Oh, shit.
Let's combine them.
Yeah.
Power, love triangle?
Yes. Yeah. Right now it's the love triangle, but typically let's be a power couple.
Well, let's just ask it. Danny or Logan?
Both? Both? Both.
You're like, obviously both. Would you make the first move or do you wait it out for the guy too?
I feel like I would totally make the first move, but I'm like sick of that. So we're going to let the guys do it now.
You're in her come to me stage.
Yeah.
I like it. I respect it. Spill the tea or keep it a secret?
Spill the tea.
You gotta spill the tea.
Spill the tea. I tell on myself for everything.
I have no
secrets for myself.
Well, I respect that. That's what I said to you. I said
Yeah.
you're a very honest person.
Yeah.
And that's why you're so good on the show.
Thank you.
And that's why you're so good in life. Because you're honest.
Yeah.
Honesty is so key. A lot of people struggle with that overall, professionally.
I just feel like that's just like who I am. Like I couldn't imagine not like internally holding that in.
With you, girl. I'm
yeah.
honest too. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Both. I'm like a both. Everything's both. Like I am an early bird. I don't like to stay up late, but like when I'm traveling like this, like I'm up till 4 a.m.
True.
Yeah.
City living or suburban life?
I'm not good at this. I'm both.
Summer, winter?
Summer.
You got that one. Bonfire ceremony or being filmed 24/7?
Being filmed 24/7?
Florida sun or California sun?
Florida sun because the state taxes don't exist.
Facts. Love it. Girls night out or cozy night in?
Cozy night in.
Texting or FaceTime?
FaceTime.
Nice. I love that. Okay, now I just have a few questions that are just fun.
Okay.
What's your dream reality show to be on?
Love Island.
Yes, love it. What's your favorite way to spend the day off?
Isolating myself, laying in my bed, going on a hot girl walk, and yoga. I got the whole thing down.
Damn, I love it. Do you have a mantra or like motto that you live by?
Not like a saying, but like karma is real. Like I got karma tattooed on me, like good karma, bad karma, like what goes around comes around.
Your explore page on Instagram, TikTok. What's on your explore page? Like what comes up the most?
Half naked bikini girls
Yes.
on the beach.
Yes, girly. The love for the girlies. What's your workout secrets? Yoga?
Yoga, hot yoga, Pilates. And honestly, guys, sometimes it's just the depression diet. So I don't recommend that.
That one's not ideal.
That one's not ideal.
But it works. And then last question, super fun. It's one of my faves. Who is your celebrity crush growing up and maybe still now?
My celebrity crush growing up was like Zac Efron for sure. Or Robert Pattinson from Twilight.
Okay.
I was obsessed with Twilight.
Are you still obsessed with those guys or do you have any new celebrity crushes?
I feel like I don't.
I know what your answer is.
What is it?
Danny and Logan.
Well, yeah. Danny and Logan, they're celebrities. Hell yeah.
I love it. All right, girl, that is it. Ashley, thank you so much for being here. I fucking love you.
I love you. Thanks for having me.
It means the world. We've come a long way from our earring debacle.
Yes.
Don't
we made
worry.
it.
Stop saying sorry for it, you promise.
Yeah, no, I don't.
But seriously, thank you so much for being here. It means a lot. And sharing all the information about Temptation Island because it's obviously a smash hit and people are loving it.
Yes.
And congrats on growing and learning so many lessons and just being an inspiration for anybody else who wants to be on reality TV.
Thank you.
The grass is greener at the
It
end,
is,
right?
it is. We
There's a
made it out
light at the
alive.
end of the tunnel. I love it. And you guys know the deal when it comes to reality TV. I've got dibs on this. Thank you so much, guys. See you next time.